Hello, I'm the real-life fake wizard. In my last video, we talked about the losers in gaming for 2025. And today, we're going to talk about the winners. It wasn't all bad last year. There are a lot of great things that happened that deserve to be discussed. Flowers should be given. And fundamentally, it all stems back to one concept. The biggest budgets produced the biggest failures. The smallest teams produced the strongest successes. This is the story of gaming's biggest winners in 2025. Today's indie game shoutout is Bad North, a charming but brutal real-time tactics roguelite. Defend your idyllic island kingdom against a horde of Viking invaders as you lead the desperate exodus of your people. Command your loyal subjects to take full tactical advantage of the unique shape of each island. To learn more about this game and hundreds of other indie games, visit our new indie game discovery platform, fakeportal.com, or scan the QR code on your screen. Now back to the video. Winner number one, in no particular order, is Nintendo and the Nintendo Switch 2. Yeah, this hurts. We talked about this at length over many videos here on this channel. In fact, many of you discovered me through my Nintendo coverage. But while everyone else was stumbling, Nintendo reminded us, to my chagrin, of what winning in business looks like. The Switch 2 launched June 5th. In 4 days, it sold 3.5 million units. By September, nearly 11 million. The Switch 2 is currently the fastest-selling console launch in gaming history. And now, it's projected to hit 19 million units sold by March of 2026. The controversial Mario Kart World launched at $80. Whether by buying the game itself or inside the Switch 2 bundle, 97% of Switch 2 owners own it. That's a 97% attachment rate. Nintendo's Q1 revenue was $3.8 billion, up 132% year over year. I've criticized Nintendo before, their pricing, their online services, their legal department, their questionable ethics. But here's the difference. Nintendo ships games that work. They create hardware people want. They understand exclusivity means something when you deliver quality. And no, I'm not jumping for joy at that. It's just sometimes facts hurt. Winner number two, Sandfall Interactive and Expedition 33. Before I get into this one, there's going to be a lot of people in the comments that say, Wizards, stop glazing Expedition 33. Enough with the glazing of this game. But it's at the expense of the AAA industry. So let the glazing continue. A studio that didn't need hundreds of millions of dollars to make Game of the Year. Yes, it's winner number two, Sandfall Interactive. 30 people on the development team. Based in France, many are former Ubisoft developers who left to do things their way. At the time of release, it was speculated that Expedition 33 cost close to $40 million to make, which is a considerable amount of money. But in December of 2025, a New York Times article revealed that the budget was actually under $10 million. That is a milestone worth recognition. AAA developers and AAA companies would have us believe that to make great games, you need to spend hundreds of millions of dollars. Sandfall did it for 10 and dominated the competition. The game launched day one on Game Pass. Industry wisdom says that kills sales, right? Wrong. 500,000 copies were sold on launch day. 1 million within 3 days. 3.3 million in 33 days. 33? Okay. By December, over 6 million copies of Expedition 33 have been sold. It won 9 awards at the Game Awards, including Game of the Year, the most wins in the show's history. And it currently sits on OpenCritic at a 97%. The price? $50. Not $70, not $80. Meanwhile, Microsoft spent 7 years on Perfect Dark and has nothing except a trailer that a developer admitted was basically fake. The lesson with Sandfall here is that great games don't require enormous budgets. They require great vision and the discipline to execute on it. Winner number 3, Hollow Knight, Silksong, and Team Cherry. September 4th, 2025. After 7 years, Silksong finally releases. It crashed Steam. It crashed the Nintendo eShop. It crashed the Microsoft Store. It crashed the PlayStation Store. All 4 platforms went down because too many people were trying to buy a $20 game. In the first 3 days, 5 million players. By December, over 7 million copies sold, not counting the quote, millions more on Game Pass. 7 million copies at $20 each. That's approximately $140 million in revenue from a 3-person team in Australia. Silksong outsold every Game of the Year nominee. It outsold the winner. A $20 indie title outperformed the entire AAA industry. And they announced free DLC coming soon, this year, for free. It appears the game was worth waiting for. Winner number 4, gamers who pushed back against $80 games. This is a good one. If you're withholding your dollars from companies that don't actively align with your values, morals, or desires, you're in the fight, and you're winning. Microsoft tried to charge $80 for The Outer Worlds 2. They walked it back after backlash and what must have been desperation from low pre-order sales. Players are willing to wait for sales. They won't buy at full price. They'll use Game Pass, or they'll use PlayStation Plus. They're voting with their wallets, which is good. The results are starting to speak for themselves. The Game of the Year, $50. Best-selling indie, $20. The games that respected wallets won in 2025, not just accolades, but sales success. Even if we look at Nintendo, there is enough reason to speculate they did not like the backlash that they got over the $80 Mario Kart. Mario Kart World comes out for $80. The world erupts, myself included. Yes, people still bought it, but we're still very, very early in the launch period of the Switch 2. It was going to sell out. We knew this. I said it. Everybody else did too. Now, Nintendo cares about continuing sales, and that the Switch 2 sells now, yes, but continues selling into 2030, not just 2025. We got a mainline Donkey Kong, Metroid, Pokemon game, all of which clocked in at $70. Kirby Air Riders was $72. These are big name titles that did not reach the variable pricing strategy that Doug Bowser spoke on, which means that your reaction to the $80 game price point was enough for them to perhaps hold it back for all of those other mainline games. Keep talking about it. Keep holding your money. Diamond hands for new games, folks. And don't give up, because it's working. Winner number 5, those who didn't microtransact and those who waited. This closely aligns with winner number 4. Every canceled game, every broken launch, every fake trailer proved the same point. Patience, for gamers, wins. And discipline wins too. XDefiant shut down 13 months after people bought battle passes and microtransactions. That money is gone. Those investments, gone too. A series of older sports games like FIFA, Madden, NFL, NHL, all shut down in 2025. All of which had microtransactions. Need for Speed Rivals shut down. Oh, and that Amazon MMO New World? Well, that's shutting down now too, amidst 14,000 layoffs at Amazon. Stop pre-ordering. Stop buying on day one. Stop wasting your time on microtransaction live service games that all just want to be Fortnite. Stop letting marketing departments dictate when you spend your money. Wait for reviews from reputable sources you trust, not Access Media reviewers. Wait for patches. Wait for the truth. You lose nothing by waiting. You risk everything by not. Winner number 6, the Game Awards. In my previous video, I criticized the High Guard reveal, but to be clear, that was not a criticism of the Game Awards show itself. This past Game Awards saw 171 million global live stream views, if not more. It was up 11% from 2024. It exceeded the Super Bowl's 127.7 million viewers. There were 123 million votes cast and 23,000 co-streams, meaning misfits like us were able to stream it with commentary. And it was also the first time to be streaming on Prime Video as well. Love it or hate it, Jeff Keighley's Game Awards is relevant. It has staying power, and people do care about what games take home trophies. It's not as obscure and unimportant as many people on the internet claim that it is. It's not the Oscars. The Oscars is as obscure. Winner number 7, Indie Gaming's Renaissance. You don't need Rockstar's power to succeed. 2025 proved that more than any year before. Silksong, 3 people, 7 million copies sold. Schedule 1, solo developer, 450,000 concurrent players. Blueprints, 1 developer, 8-year development, and it's the highest rated game of 2025. Hades 2, made by Supergiant Games. It gets a 95 on Metacritic. Megabonk, solo developer, sold 1 million copies in 2 weeks. The tools have never been more accessible, my friends. Godot is open source. Steam distributes in millions around the world. We are now in an age where single developers and small teams can make games that break the internet. The tides are shifting. They have shifted. And if you're an indie developer, your time is right now. The window is open. And I want to help you reach more people. Submit your games on fakeportal.com. This is a free and growing discovery platform for indie developers. And if you're a gamer and you're looking for something new and unique that usually doesn't cost AAA prices, shop indie. I also invite you to go to fakeportal.com to find some new games. Winner number 8, Those Who Created. The final winner of 2025 isn't a company or a console or a studio, it's you. And this ties back into the previous winner as well. What we're looking at with all these small team and indie-made games dominating the zeitgeist, well, these aren't anomalies. This is the new reality. The tools exist. Unreal Engine 5 is free, Blender is free, DaVinci Resolve is free, and sure, maybe there are subscriptions, but you can get access to many tools for free. YouTube can teach you anything. Steam will publish your game to millions around the world. The barrier to entry has never been lower, and more tools will become available to lessen lead time very, very soon. But let's be honest about 2026 and beyond. GPU prices are rising. RAM shortages are getting worse. The economy is uncertain. The industry will keep laying people off. Publishers will chase trends and fail. I personally predict that the combination of computer part shortages and the rise of AI will contribute to some kind of economic crash in the near future, and it will be similar to the dot-com bubble burst in 2000. But after that, corporate technology and corporate entertainment will buy up everything, and they will gain even more control. AI will allow corporate entities to eat up everything, and I also believe that they will raise the access price to those AI tools to make sure that regular people like you and me no longer have access to these devices for fear of losing their gained marketplace power. I'm no oracle. I'm just a fake wizard. It's not my crystal ball here, it's just my gut feeling based on current trends. This is not financial advice. And we cannot control any of that. Everything I just said might come to pass, it might not. But you know what you can control? What you create. There are 2 ways to fight back against the state of entertainment. 1, stop buying things that don't respect you. 2, start creating things yourself. Maybe it's game development, maybe it's writing, maybe it's music, maybe it's video production, maybe it's some kind of storytelling, maybe it's something I can't imagine. I don't know what aspirations you have in your heart, but you've got something inside you that deserves to be experienced and lived. The people who won in 2025 weren't the ones with the biggest budgets. They were the ones who built something real, and this goes past just gaming. The people who had a vision and executed on it, who trusted themselves more than they trusted an industry, or trends, or the access media journalists. 2026 and beyond is going to test us quite a bit. The economics will get harder. The corporations will squeeze tighter. But creativity finds a way. It always has. From bedroom and garage developers to solo artists to 3-person teams that crash every storefront on the internet. You have more tools at your disposal than any generation before you. use them. Consider this your permission to go try. Go into 2026 not as a consumer waiting to be sold to, but as a creator ready to build something fresh. The industry's not going to save itself, and who cares if they did? The corporations won't change on their own, but you can make something that actually matters. Go create something beautiful. And until next time, create, innovate, inspire, and for the love of God, cancel Disney+. Yeah, all right. Happy New Year. Bye-bye.